This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 1139, How to Budget When You're a Spender, by Kumiko of thebudgetmom.com. And I'm Dan, I'm your host, and this is where I read to you from some of the best blogs on personal finance every single day, including weekends and holidays. And we actually have 5 shows where we do that same format, but covering all different topics. So if you want to learn more, search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this to find all 5 of our narration-style podcasts. For now, let's get right to our post from Kumiko as we continue optimizing your life. How to Budget When You Are a Spender, by Kumiko of thebudgetmom.com. I can honestly say I was a complete out-of-control, total die-hard spender before I came to my senses. I don't think we're just born with a natural-like instinct to go out and spend, but I think it's something that develops over time. It's something that is instilled in us by years of bad habits, constant credit card swipes, and unnecessary desires. Throughout my financial journey that started back in 2011, I have experienced 2 important things. When I realized my debt was unmanageable, I did what most people do to try to save money. I looked for every great deal, constantly checking the clearance racks to get my next spending fix. I was saving money, wasn't I? I wasn't spending full price on a shirt, and I was getting shoes on sale. It all sounds great, right? Now that I am 5 years into my financial journey, I realized that there are 2 types of spenders. Spenders who don't care about spending $80 on a t-shirt, and frugal spenders. I transitioned from an out-of-control spender to a frugal spender. By becoming this, I was more aware of the money I was spending, and I did make an effort to not pay full price for things. But the problem I ran into being a natural-born spender is that I was spending more as a frugal spender than I did before. And here is why. My thought process when I was searching the clearance racks was, I'm saving money by shopping on the clearance rack, so I can buy more, right? And before you know it, I was bringing home bags filled with $5 to $10 t-shirts that cost more than if I would have just bought the full-priced shirt. I was purchasing items simply because they were on sale for $5, not because I actually needed them. If you are a spender and you are like I was, you will find yourself making excuses for your purchases. Whether you are a frugal spender or an out-of-control spender, you can break the spending habit and reach your saving needs by budgeting. It's time to change your way of thinking. To break the spending habit, you really have to change the way you think about spending money. This really became clear to me when I started the No New Clothes for an Entire Year challenge. By forcing myself to not buy new clothes, I realized how unnecessary all of my earlier clothes purchases were. In fact, there have been times when I feel sick to my stomach when I think about all of the money I spent on clothes. With all of the clothes I purchased, I could have gone on a really cool trip, had way more in my retirement, or saved for a huge remodel on my house. These are all the things I really want but now can't afford because of my spending habits. You have to stop thinking as a frugal spender and start thinking like an actual saver. To do this, you have to start asking yourself tough questions before making purchases. Some of the questions you must ask yourself are, do I really need this? If I actually need it, is there a cheaper alternative or can I simply make it myself? Can I get what I want for free? And if it's something that I need to replace another item, is there a way to make the item I do have last longer or can it be fixed without a new purchase? To think like a saver, you really have to think about the future. If you spend money now, how will it affect your goals later? If you want to spend $1,000 on a new sofa, that's $1,000 less towards a dream vacation or a comfy retirement. You have to spend the money you do have the way you want to make sure you're achieving long-term financial goals. Create a budget that's realistic. To create a budget that is realistic, you really have to know where your money is going. Make sure to check out my income versus expenses post to help you figure out where your money is actually going. One of the most important parts of a realistic budget is making sure every dollar of income has a plan. Here are some basic steps to help get you started on creating a budget. 1. Figure out your income and your expenses. 2. Subtract your income from your expenses. Do you have money left over? Make sure it has a plan and is being used for saving or retirement. This includes any long-term financial goal, such as a family vacation. 3. Once you have all of your income allocated, make sure you have a plan in place. Create a plan that is fail-proof. As a spender, it takes a lot of motivation and willpower to stop yourself from unnecessary spending. Here's the plan that I used, which made it almost impossible for me to fail. Once I had my budget created, I used automatic deposits for my savings and used a cash envelope system for my budget. With a cash envelope system, it really allows you to see how much you have left to spend in each category. I would have my paycheck deposited into my bank account, and then I would withdraw the amount I needed to cover my bills. I left the money that was automatically being deducted for my savings in my checking, and I took out the rest. I would then organize the amount I had to spend in each category into envelopes. When there was no more money in the envelope, that was it. I had nothing left to spend. Seeing that I only had $20 left in my grocery budget made it easier for me to say, okay, I won't get soda this time because I really don't need it. I'm going to get milk and eggs instead. Talk about a reason to stick to the grocery list. If you want to learn more about a cash envelope system, make sure to check out my step-by-step article. By having automatic deposits from your checking into your savings, you will accomplish the most powerful rule of paying yourself first. By doing this, you can't spend the money you plan on saving because it's already gone and is being used for another purpose. From experience, I can tell you that going from being a spender to a saver was not easy, and even now I slip up. But we are human. We make mistakes. Don't beat yourself up if you make a spending hiccup after you implement your plan and budget. Pick yourself up, note the mistake, learn from it, and move on. You just listened to the post titled, How to Budget When You Are a Spender by Kumiko of thebudgetmom.com. And that's going to do it for me today. Hope you have a happy rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for the Thursday show, where your optimal life awaits.